Feel 78. I mean, I don't know what 78 feels like, but I don't feel 78. I don't like myself without makeup. I don't necessarily need to do full-on makeup, but I feel like I need to have some sort of light foundation, and I don't like heavy foundation anyway. But I think that I need, and the area that bothers me the most, which I tell my children, I don't care if you're how much in a hurry you are, I will not leave without eyebrows. So I have to have eyebrows. Don't let the number 80 get to you. It's how you feel. And if you've done whatever you can to make yourself look better, then that's all that matters.
Hey ladies, welcome back to Fierce Aging. It is here. It is a special treat for you. I wanted to really get one more in this year. It's been a very hard year to feature women that I feature in my Fierce Aging series because we all know why. But today I'm featuring Jean. She's 78 years young, all the way from Los Angeles. She has a gorgeous spirit, a gorgeous vibe, and we are just enhancing that for her today. So I'm gonna be showing you how I do her makeup, how I make her look radiant, a little bit of lashes. I'm using Persistence as my lipstick, creamy high shine. I put a little high vibe over it. That's the lip gloss that I'm using. I'm actually wearing One and Only, which is my sparkly new liquid shimmers for my eye. I just wanted to get, it's a very festive occasion. Now every time you're able to be with somebody, it's like this big event, right? So I'm wearing a face shield. It might be a little bit strange and a little bit different, but this is what I did easier than doing a voiceover because I wanted to interact. I wanted you to know what I was doing in the moment while I'm doing it. So ladies, are you ready for this? So excited. Let's get this beauty started. I'm going to start off with my this is the Biomimetic peel pads. This is going to brighten her skin. This is going to really prime and prep it for our moisturizer.
Now, do you recommend using this before? Is it, would you say it is really a necessity to use?
Well, it's nice because you're going to exfoliate, but you're not going to be aggressive to the skin. So you can feel it. It's going to be nice and cooling. It's going to help with just brightening the skin, taking anything off, but you're not exfoliating it with like a granule, right? You're not really aggressively going on the skin. So then with the whole exfoliation, we'll do your eyelids, which is really fun. So I'm going to be using the Lids by Design. These are the B5 prepping pads. These are the exfoliating pads. This is going to nourish her eyes. This is going to exfoliate. This is going to be really nice. I'm going to go in with the Ever Youthful Serum. This is a Quattro Peptide Serum, so you can use it for the eyes and face. So we're going to just put this on, and it's going to just hydrate. It's going to feel really nice and soothing on your face. I'm just going to use the foundation brush.
Do you recommend the foundation brush for applying a serum?
You know, it's easy for me to do it like this for you, but you can use your hands. So it's like a tall drink of water for your skin if you can feel it.
It is. It's very refreshing on the skin, both the exfoliating pad and now this.
Yeah, and this is clean beauty, so it doesn't have glycols, parabens, phthalates, synthetic fragrance, so you don't have to worry that you're adding more to your, having your skin absorb that. I'm going to go in with the Revive Intense Eye Lift from Ever also. This is going to be really nice, so it's going to just give her an extra boost, even though we did put that peptide on, that's for the face and eye area. This is going to be really nice just to give her that extra hydration. The makeup's going to go on very smooth. I'm I'm going to take the eye and lip primer and I'm going to prime Jean's eyes. This is going to take away any redness, darkness, any of those veins that you just don't like seeing. It's going to help your eyeshadow stay longer. Now, you told me about you liking this product.
I love it.
So I'm going to go from the lash line all the way up to the brow bone here. And you're going to see a nice veil of this product. So we're going to really take out any of that redness. There's a lot of blues down here that happens to all of us. And this is going to really make you feel better when you look at your eyes prior to your eyeshadow. So you're not going to see all that redness or that discoloration. So you're going to be able, we're going to do a side by side here. So you can see, just look into this camera here, you can see that, close your eyes. You can see that this eye is primed and you can see where the redness here, the discoloration, so you don't want that to mix with your eyeshadow. You want your eyeshadow to really be the true colors you're seeing in the eyeshadow itself. So this is a really wonderful way to start that process. I can't do makeup without doing it because I want to see this beautiful, I want to see this nice and primed. So we're going to do this eye here, and you're going to see I did not dip back into the product. So I use as much as I can from that one dipping in, and then I'll just go and tap a little bit so I have just enough to do it. You don't want too much product. You don't want to overload the eye prior to putting on your eyeshadow. So you can see I'm just neutralizing it out, but I'm not covering up and putting a lot of this product on our eyes. Now, a little tip for you is that you can take, so you can see she has a little bit of redness right here. You can take a little bit of the eye and lip primer and just go over that, and it's going to neutralize that out prior to putting on foundation or BB cream. So sometimes I will do that when I see a little bit of redness on my nose or just a little bit here. It's a really nice spot treatment because you can see it just neutralized that out. So you can use it for multi-purposes.
And it really works. This is what I do with it as well.
You like it?
Yes, I love it. That's a must in your makeup line. It's a must. As I said, if I went out with my this product and my eyebrows done, I'm fine.
That's good. That is wonderful. So I'm going to go in with a beautiful palette that Jean doesn't have, and it is our Choices palette, new for fall. I love this palette. I've been wearing it a lot, and it's just about having choices. And, you know, as a woman in her late 70s, do you like having choices with your makeup? Do you feel like you should fit into only like a certain box because you're, 78 and, oh, I can only wear these colors or I can only do this? Or do you like to make your own choices?
Oh, no. You must make choices. That's part of the excitement, I think, is yes, absolutely.
So that's really my intention with the choices, because you can make any choices you want. I know a lot of the ladies say that they fall into the winter, the summer, all these categories that they've always been told, and you don't have to follow those rules. You can branch out, you can break out, you can do something different, and you might absolutely love that new color of lipstick that you never thought you would wear.
Well, I never thought I'd wear the gloss on my lips, and I love it. I love it. Even if it's just a touch of it in the middle of the lips, I love it. Yes.
Great.
And Defiance is my favorite.
Oh, yes. Do you find that you're very defiant at your age?
Well, I am. Yes, I am.
All right, so we're going to go in with the middle color here that I just picked up on the brush. Beautiful, beautiful bronzy. It has a sheen. This palette has a sheen, and I picked that specifically for Jean because I wanted her to have a sheen. She does have the Authentic palette, and you have another matte palette, don't you? Oh, you have Bottled Blonde, so you do have a sheen.
Yes, the Bottled Blonde is lovely. It's beautiful.
So we're going to just apply the product like you can see right here on her eye. I'm going to do both of them just like this, giving her a beautiful bronzy eye. Not too much. I only dipped into the palette once, and then once I have this on the eye, I'm going to take off any product on my brush, and then I'm going to work with the product that's on her lid right now. So I want to sheer this out. I want it to be really beautiful, but I do want her to have some beautiful color and sheen on her eye. Look at me. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna still take the color close, and I'm going to just start blending it up and giving her a little bit more of a crease right here. You see it? Okay. So what I'm doing, ladies, is I'm really blending out this color. I don't want you to be afraid when you put it on. Remember, she has no foundation on, there's nothing on her face, so this looks very powerful. It's going to all come together, but I want to blend this out. So we're really getting a beautiful color. We're going to basically create this very fused out look. And I'm not worried about everything out here because I'm going to take my eye makeup remover pad and I'm going to clean it up. So I don't have to worry that I'm outside the lines. So I'm just blending. You can see how the color is now moving. It is becoming more sheer and it's looking really beautiful. So I have a very nice soft look and it's a lot different than when I first put it on. So blending is really key. So I want you to really feel comfortable blending the product, working with the product. Remember, they're triple milled, they're very silky, very smooth, so they're easy to move around. And that's another thing, you don't want to pick up too much product because then you'll have too much. So you want to go slowly first and then really work the product in. I'm going to go in with the lightest color here and I'm going to just blend a little bit with the same brush just underneath the brow bone. Your head down. Just going to pick up a little bit of the contour color and I'm going to go into the corner of the eye and I'm going to just give her a little bit of that nice, beautiful deepness to the end corner. I'm going to take my Almay pad, I'm going to clean up all around the eye area, anything that fell down. Again, we don't have foundation on, concealer, any color correctors, so I feel very comfortable, open your eyes, going underneath and cleaning up just what fell. So I have a nice crisp little, like you can see all of this shadow that was underneath the eye. You don't want that mixed in with your foundation or your concealer. So I'm going to just clean up under this eye. So really, to get the eyes to come together, you can either do your eyebrows first to kind of see where you wanted to go. I knew I wanted to use choices on Jean, so I did her shadows first and then I'm doing the brows, but they're basically the second step for me because I need to frame her face, I need to fill them in. I'm still gonna go pretty light with them, so I didn't do them first, but I have our stencils. That these are 4 different stencils that you can use to find out your perfect shape and really help you. It's a tool to help you apply your brows. When you can see a little bit on the lateral side, Jean doesn't have her brows here, so this is going to help her figure out where exactly they go, what thickness she likes. She can play around with all the different stencils in here. So they go from, I'm going to use the Slim Arch on Jean, but they go from bold arch, classic arch, or full arch. So you can play around with some really fun different looks for yourself. I'm going to be also using our skinny brow pencil in medium brown. Really great, has a spoolie on one end so you can kind of use out the color, and then it has the color on the other end. So it's nice and thin. You can get those beautiful hair strokes that you want. And the way to figure out where your brows should be placed before, so you have like a little area that you know where to put your brows, I'm going to show you. So on the outside of the nose, straight up, this is where you should be starting. So I'm going to just make a little mark right there. Ball of the nose over the iris. She should be just a little bit of that arch there. Turn to me. And then the corner of the nose, so if you take your pencil and go like that, corner of the eye, straight up, this is where it would be. I'm gonna start, I like to not bring the brow down too far, so I kind of make it a little bit shorter, but you can go longer afterwards. So I just put, where I put the marks, I'm gonna put my stencil, match it up. So there I see, okay, perfect. So there it is. I'm gonna just slightly, just add a little bit of color so I have a little guide before I take off the stencil. Just penciling in a little bit so I can see, okay, this is where I need to be. Perfect. So then I can go back and then start making the little wispy strokes like this, giving her not too much. I want to go a little bit of a light-handed and coming down, and then I can fill it. I can see how thick that I really want to make it. It's really up to you how you do your brows. At least you know where they should be, and it's going to give her that really beautiful framing on her face. Now you can take the spoolie and just run through the brow so it softens them up a little bit. Makes them a little bit more one with the skin. You don't see any of the dots that you made for the framing. And then we're gonna do it on the other side. So this is a really great tool. So when you might be really great at one eyebrow and then you go to not your dominant hand and you're like, oh no, I'm not that good with it. So now you have a stencil that will help you be able to find where it is, follow along, and you don't have to worry.
I had eyebrows as thick as yours, if not thicker. In fact, in my younger years, they did laser to remove them, so I had laser done between my nose because they practically grew together.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Unbelievable now.
So ladies, you can see how her look is coming together. Now we have color and framing for her face with her brows. So we've just filled them in very nicely. You can use a couple different colors if you want to. So say you want to use a taupe brow pencil in the beginning of the brow and then use a medium brow pencil to kind of fill in and give you a little bit more of like an ombre or a multi-dimensional brow. There are, again, no rules with what you do. I think that her brows look very beautiful. They're very classic. They're very approachable for her face. They're not going over. I gave her a little bit of an arch, and we can go back in later and just fill in any areas that we see once we get all of the makeup complete. I'm gonna go in with our Ultimate Brow and Eye Cream Liner. You can use this on your brows also. It has a little brush that's in the top, angled. So I'm going to be using the dark brown because I know you have the medium brown. Yes. So we're going to use the dark brown on her eye line and we're going to make it absolutely beautiful. I'm going to just pick up a little bit of the cream liner. I like to just dot it off on something so I don't have too much picked up on the actual brush. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the lash line. So you can see, open your eyes. I don't want to make a big thick line, but I want to define her eyes really beautifully. And this is how I'm going to do it. So my technique is I'm going to just look down. I'm going to go right almost like in the lashes, right? So this is nice and creamy. It's a stay put formulation. It's going to stay all day. It's actually a 24-hour wear. So once it goes on, it's really nice because it's going to define open. So you can see just with that little bit there how beautiful that this color is. Nice, and it's like an espresso color. So I'm just going to be doing short little strokes. So look how beautiful, right on her lash line, ladies. And don't be afraid though, if you can't get it and you're like, oh, I have shaky hands, I can't see. You can go back, you can place it with the little strokes that I just showed you. And then you can go back with your, what I like to call my eraser brush. And here he is. This is a little short brush that you can go right across the lashes and just kind of smooth it out. It almost like erases any imperfections, so you look like you've placed your eyeliner perfectly, but you don't have to stress out about it. I don't want you stressing that you can't apply. You can do the same technique with an eyeliner. So you don't have to worry that, you know, you need to use a cream liner. If it works better for you to use just a regular eyeliner, that's fine too. I'm going to show you with the underneath the eye. I'm going to take the little eraser. It's really just a smudge brush, and I'm just going to smooth it out underneath the under eye. So if I feel like it wasn't really applied perfectly, I can do that underneath the eye. It just kind of gives it a little bit more of a forgiving look. So you can see what I just did. It's a little like uneven, and I just want to just kind of sweep it across, make it nice and soft. I want to balance her eyes with the liner, so I'm going to just go underneath, nice, nice, nice. And it looks really beautiful and not too much. Now I'm going to just take my Almay pad, just wipe off the brush so it doesn't clump up, and I'm going to put it right back into the top like this. And then I'm going to lace it on top, make sure it's tight so it doesn't dry out. So now we have eyes going on right now. I'm going to take my Nikol mascara. She's very short lashes. This is going to be a really great example with my mascara, how this brush grips the lashes really, really close and really gives the most mascara that you can get for those little tiny lashes that are very frustrating when you have a big brush and you can't get to them, right?
It's very frustrating, yes.
So I'm going to just take this little wand, and you're going to feel it gripping to the bottom, and I'm just going to work it up. Let's look down. Feel it like
I feel the
gripping
of it, yes.
So you can see the lashes, how it really just gets in there and it really coats them but doesn't overdo it. Now I didn't curl her lashes, do any of that, because I'm going to put on some beautiful lashes for her today. So we're going to just concentrate on putting mascara on and then the lashes. So I'm going to take the warm front. This is a concealer trio. And remember, ladies, like this isn't your normal YouTube makeup where you have 77,000 steps. You have 4 different concealers. This is in one pot. I want to make this easy for you. When you're in the morning and you're like, oh, you know what, my skin looks a little bit more red or a little bit more gray. I have options where I can just customize a color, right? You don't have to have just one where you're like, oh, I only have one color. It's not really matching today, or I don't know what's going on with my skin today. So you can work this into whatever color you want. So I'm going to just use the 2 colors here for a nice custom color, creamy. It's going to give you some beautiful medium coverage underneath the eyes. You can build it if you want to. So we're going to just do this to give her just a little bit more coverage underneath the eye area. So you know how I'd like to go in the inner corner, and I like to address any of the redness, any of the darkness, and kind of still keeping it light. I don't want to overly cover up the skin. I want to just really work with the skin. This is why I work and I taper it off. I do that for a reason. I don't just go underneath like this. That doesn't make sense to me as an artist. So I like to go underneath the eyes. I will smooth all of this out, but I taper it down so it looks like one skin. Doesn't look like I've applied a concealer underneath her eyes. This is why it's really important to prime and prep your skin before you do your makeup. Because if you had really dry, dehydrated skin, that's exactly what it's going to look like when you put anything over it. So now another tip for you ladies, if you do have any puffiness or any of that raised skin, what I can do is that remember with color theory, if you put anything light on the skin where you're highlighting it, you're bringing it forward. If you put anything that's darker or a shade darker than your skin, you're receding it back. So I can do with this custom concealer wheel, I can do her concealer, and then on that little area that she has that's a little bit more of a raised area here, I don't have to highlight it with my concealer. I can take the darker color and I can just go over that area right there. So I'm giving it a little bit more dimension to go back. It's very subtle, but this is a really great technique to know that you can reseed and you can bring to light different things. I'm going to be using the Nikol Cosmetics BB cream. This is my BB cream that is for more mature skin. This has aloe in it, ginseng. It has really nice smoothing properties. It's hydrating. It's more of a kind of a silkier, dewy look. It's not going to be a matte look. I want that hydration for her skin. I chose the color light. So I'm going to just use this with my buffing foundation brush. I don't need that much. Again, ladies, I like to see the skin through. I don't like to mask and cover up the skin. I don't think that really is a good look for us. And I know you don't like a heavy coverage. No. So the nice thing about the buffing brush is that this is 100% vegan. All of my brushes are that I've created for you in this little essential makeup brush kit. Very simple, very easy. It's the only thing that you really need to use because everything basically goes with the eyeshadows or the concealer, and you don't have a lot of guesswork and too many brushes. Very easy to clean also. So I like to just work it into the brush, and then I'm going to apply it to the face. So basically, it's going to just hydrate, doesn't it? Can you feel?
I feel the hydration, absolutely.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Like, just like, I love spreading it all over because I feel like not only am I getting some really nice coverage and tone to my skin, but I have that hydration level. I don't feel like I'm dehydrated once I finish. Put your face down, just turn to you.
It just seems to glide over the skin.
Mm-hmm. I like to feel like it's like a second skin, but it's giving you a beautiful finish and not feeling like you finish and you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, oh, I have so much on right now, or oh, you can see my skin. So before I move on to her lips and her cheeks, I want to finish off the eyes with one of my favorite things to do is my Ardell lashes in 420. These are called naked lashes. They're very, very natural. You know I like that natural look. I don't like anything overdone. So I'm going to apply these lashes to Jean, and I know you're going to be so excited
I'm
to
so
see
excited,
these lashes.
Yes.
Feel weird?
No, I feel glamorous, even though I'm not even seeing them. I just.
And this is a good thing too, lady, to see, because not everything goes on perfect and what have you. With these lashes, they have a little adhesive already on them, and so it looks a little clear to me, at least, right in her inner corner. I will go over that with a little bit, and this is what's so nice about our cream liner, is that you can get in there and you can cover up anything when it comes to the lashes, or, you know, if you have like a skin tag like I do, you can really cover it and it'll stay. So that's going to be a really great thing we're going to do afterwards, and we're going to apply the other lashes now. I'm going to just kind of skip back up to the brows and do a little brow fix and brunette. This is going to be nice for giving dimension to the hair here. So we have a little hair. It's going to make her brows look like she has a little bit more going on, which is nice. It kind of gives them that separation. You can see it just like lifts them up, and I can see if I need to put any more of the brow pencil underneath that once that dries. And then we're going to move on to one of my favorite palettes. It's called My Private Island. It's kind of like an escape where you put it on and you think, okay, where am I going to go today? Beautiful, beautiful, just soft, dusty roses. And I thought this would be a really pretty color. This is almost like a bronzer that I use it for, but I will like just do a nice little custom and just top it with that. Depends on my day, depends on my mood. And I'm just going to work it into the skin, and I want it to just look really, really natural. Bring out some really pretty color, bringing it back so you can see that it's not going to be in one stripe on her face. It's going to be really pretty worked in, and it's just going to give her a little bit of color, but working with the palette we have going on today. Smile. It's right there on the apples of the cheeks, bringing it back, adding a beautiful, just rosy, dusty color to the skin. Then what we're going to do is we're going to set everything with a little Nikita banana color correcting powder, triple milled, really beautiful, silky, lightweight on the skin. Taking my powder brush, and I'm going to just go underneath the eyes and just do the T-zone, so I really kind of set that makeup for all day.
These brushes are so soft.
Soft, huh?
Yes.
Going in with my waterproof Cognac lip liner. We're going to play up the lips a little bit today since Jean likes to have her lips
I
done.
do.
Now ladies, I've said this before, even if you didn't even do any of this makeup tutorial and you just did your lips, it dramatically changes how you feel about yourself and when you look at yourself in the mirror.
So true. It's very important to me.
I'm taking Persistence. This is from our fall collection. It's such a beautiful, beautiful color. And when I saw it, I was like, this is gonna go so perfect with Jean's coloring. And I felt like persistent. Do you feel like you've been persistent in your life?
Yes, I have.
So when she swipes this on, she can think about all of those times that she was persistent, where you probably could have given up, right?
Oh, yes, and I didn't.
Exactly. So you have a powerful mantra when you put this on your lips and you feel really beautiful. So we're just going to, it's nice and creamy too, which I really love. It's not matte, so it's going to give you this really beautiful sheen on the lip. Youthful. I love that. It's just really nice and fresh. And so of course I'm gonna top it with High Vibe. This is another beautiful fall color that we came out with. It's very sheer, so if you really kind of want a red, but you don't want a red, you kind of want a cranberry, you want to kind of go there for the holiday, this is or any time of the year, this is a really beautiful, I think it's very, one of my really just gorgeous toppers when it comes to color. Because I'm usually using Champs, which is more of a kind of a champagne topper to my lipsticks, but you can see how this is going to bring out, you can just tell, look into the camera here, just right, this one here, yeah. And you'll see the bottom has that beautiful, it just pops her lips. So you can see the top doesn't have it on yet and the bottom. So you can see where you're going when you just, you can see why I love adding a little bit of gloss because it just takes it up a notch. So maybe daytime you use just the lipstick and then at nighttime you go for a little bit more. And to finish off this beautiful look for Jean, we're going to do a little bit of uplifting essential oil from Caudalie. It's basically a beauty elixir, soothing, glowing complexion, but it has all this aromatherapy, so it kind of lifts your spirits. So I love using this to kind of complete my makeup in the morning and kind of set the mood for my day. So I'm going to just have to close your eyes. You need to take a deep breath. Get a little hydration, get a little like soothing, ready for the day, looking glamorous, looking beautiful. And now I'm going to show you what you look like. All right, so we're going to show Jean what she looks like, and she's going to tell us if this is a look that she would wear.
Oh my.
Look to the side so they can...
Absolutely. And you're right, the eyelashes are not theatrical or anything. They're just, yes.
They're a little just more of having a fringe. You could cut them down a tiny bit. I just didn't want to cut the eye down too far.
And I love the lipstick. Yes, I do.
It looks beautiful. I love the lips on you. I love the gloss. Do you love the gloss over the lips?
I do. Oh, yes. I tell you, Defiance is my favorite.
Let the ladies see what you look like.
Oh, my goodness. Yes. Ladies, I feel glamorous.
She looks so
Thank you.
pretty. So, ladies, it doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter. It's really a perspective on what you think about yourself. Are you going to label and stamp yourself? I'm 68, I'm 75, I'm 98, I can't wear makeup, or I can't feel good, or I shouldn't, or society tells me that basically I should just, say sayonara, and that's not what we're saying.
Oh, no, not at all.
Do you think your years get better?
They do. They really do, because you've left the raising of the kids behind, and now you can concentrate on you. Yes. And the choices. Oh, yes, absolutely. Don't be stifled. Move forward.
We love that word. Don't be stifled. So ladies, until my next video, I'll see you later.